Aren't you tired of this soy-based entertainment? Well, let the world know by ordering your SOYLO, a Soy Wars Story t-shirt, or Tico, a Soy Wars Story t-shirt. Both come in all kinds of sizes from small to 5XL. We're sure we can fit you. And thank you very much for your support of the channel. The link is below in the description. Man, it's exciting. Suddenly I'm a t-shirt merchant as well. Humble Frog, ink, and t-shirt merchant. Thanks, guys. All right, thank you very much. Hey, good morning. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I am a comic book artist and have been for 25 years. Also an illustrator of Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. Maybe you read it. 1 million people plus did. Also a great big Star Wars fan. So that's why we're here together talking about Solo, a Star Wars story. We are now T-minus 2 days until the premiere. And somebody sent me this interesting article. Look at this from Screen Rant. Oh, God. Screen Rant. Solo's advanced ticket sales are outpacing Black Panther. Interesting. That's not what I hear. But, I mean, you know, who knows? Let's see. Who wrote this? This is Chris Agar. Our friend Chris Agar. Is he related to the famous John Agar? Abusive husband of Shirley Temple Black. Is he their child? That would be cool if so. He's also a big B-movie star of the 1950s. So that would leave Chris with quite a legacy. Yeah. Oh, this was written on May 4th. May 4th. Propaganda Day. May the 4th. That was when we were at Disney World. I wasn't paying attention. I'm really sorry, guys. I would have nailed down this article if I wasn't in the happiest place on earth, walking around buying lightsabers from street vendors for you and giving them to children. But I missed this article the first time and luckily somebody pointed it out to me now. So let's have a look at what this says. Advanced ticket sales for SOYLO, a Star Wars story, are among the highest of 2018 so far. I bought one. They sold one to me. Outpacing the mighty juggernaut Black Panther. I didn't buy one. So right there, I've doubled the ticket sales between the two. Now, some of you are saying that 0 times 2 is not 2, or it's not double. 0 times 0 is still 0. It's impossible to buy 0 of something and then 1 of something else and then consider that you've doubled sales. No, I'm talking about another household. Let's assume the household across the street bought 1 ticket of each. Me buying 0 tickets here and 1 ticket there, I have doubled the ticket sales of SOYLO, a Star Wars story. Do you understand now? Yeah. Well, welcome to the way your Uncle Ethan's mind works. There was a point in time when many were convinced the spinoff would be Lucasfilm's first proper bomb. Remember those days? Remember those days when we thought Solo was going to bomb? Or at the very least, disappointment. In their Disney era, on top of perceived apathy about the premise of a young Han Solo origin story. Hey, I have no apathy. That is what you guys have been saying. That is what the garbage tier media has been pumping out left and right, is that people just don't care about this. This is unwanted. This is unnecessary, unasked for. I never said anything like that. I think that's a stupid idea. The idea that a movie about Han Solo is unnecessary. All of these movies are unnecessary. None of them are necessary. I don't need any of them. If they're good, I accept them with an open heart, an open mind. Yeah. So, yeah. Stop saying things like that. It's stupid. The infamous production difficulties raised several red flags about their potential quality. But it's best not to tell Han the odds. Once again, this is all stuff that you guys put out there. We're just reading it. You know, we're just processing the nonsense that you're giving us. God, this is a lot like a human centipede. No, it's not. It's not. It's not like a Star Wars human centipede. It isn't. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, Solo is shaping up to be one of the summer's biggest hits. This was before Deadpool 2 came out, by the way. And it's also way before Jurassic World is going to come out. Baby, is it called Jurassic World? What's the next Jurassic Park movie called? I don't know. You don't know either? I think it's Jurassic World. I'm going to see that. I'll see anything with dinosaurs in it. I do like dinosaurs. Thanks in part to a steadily improving market campaign that's alleviating fears viewers had about the prequel. By the way, May 4th, this was before they announced that Lando Calrissian was pansexual. That was probably the most brilliant aspect of a steadily improving market campaign. announcing that Lando Calrissian, pansexual. Now children get to ask their parents what that word means. And that's a great thing for Disney. It's a great thing for everyone. It's a great thing for America. Solo is tracking to soar past the all-time Memorial Day weekend record when it opens later this month. As Lucasfilm comes down the home stretch of promotion, they made a big splash recently when Solo tickets went on sale. As it turns out, quite a few people are interested in seeing the movie on the big screen. Wow, as it turns out. Who would have thought? Well, that's interesting. So let's say, according to boxofficemojo.com, Black Panther opened up opening weekend. $202 million, 3,951. So basically, $202,000 or $1 million. What the hell am I talking about? 2,000. I'm thinking in terms of my money. No, I'm not even thinking of that. $202 million at opening weekend. Is anybody besides me? Projecting that Solo, A Star Wars Story, is going to make that much money in the opening weekend? Now, I have said over and over again that Solo, A Star Wars Story was going to make $340 million opening weekend, and indeed, it needs to make that. It definitely needs to make that just to break even, because that's all it's going to make. Opening weekend is going to be a big splash, the biggest splash that it can make, and the following weekend, it'll just be a big, that's it. It's over for Solo. So whatever it's going to make, it needs to make now. China isn't going to pay $1. They're going to make $0.00 overseas in China. And therefore, it is important that they make $340 million in the opening weekend. They're soaring past Black Panther, it says. So Black Panther made $202 million its first weekend. Let's remember that. Let's keep that in mind. And let's see if ScreenRant.com and writer and also Hollywood Prince, Chris Agar, perhaps Hollywood Prince, perhaps the son of Shirley Temple. I don't know. I don't know if he is or not. I'm guessing. That last name carries a lot of weight. Yeah. As it turns out, quite a few people are interested in seeing the movie on the big screen. Is that so? Let me just double check that. Let me check your numbers there. Well, I mean, 38% want to see it. I mean, oh my gosh, the number went down overnight. Oh my gosh, what is going on? 38% of the population of planet Earth is not boycotting SOYLO. That means the other 62% are boycotting it. The tomato meter amongst top critics, 66%. That is teetering on the brink. Teetering on the brink of a rating, a splat rating, a green splat. That's 7 points away from that. So let's get a few more reviews in, and we'll see. Once people have, let the joy of walking the red carpet, the joy, as John Campea says, of walking the red carpet die down, and once they take off their rose-colored glasses, we'll see how this score stands up to more critical review, peer review. In the meantime, 62% of the population of planet Earth. Don't question my numbers. Some of you are saying this is not the population of planet Earth. This is just the 14,036 people who happen to stumble by, Rotten Tomatoes and decide to plant a vote. Yeah, that's true. But I'm telling you that these polls actually do kind of, you can broaden them out. I mean, this is a nice slice of the population of planet Earth. If 38% want to see it, they're thinking about seeing it. They might see it opening weekend. They might not. They might catch it for free on an airplane. The other 62% is deliberately saying, no, I will never pay a dime. Not one thin dime to see Solo, A Star Wars Story. Forget it. What do you think about this Chewbacca toy down here, though? Seriously. Considering this Chewbacca toy, he looks like a little purse puppy. Look at his little underbite. He's like, and he's got glasses. It's really, really cute. This is the one time that a pop actually makes sense. Makes sense. That actually works. That looks good. This doesn't. This looks ridiculous. No more of this. A little more of this, though. That's fine. That's cool. By the way, we do have our Admiral Holdo pop, and we are going to be putting it under our car tire to see if it really does pop. We're going to be doing that a little bit later on today. Let's get back to Chris Agar and his wacky theories. Yeah, Fandango announced the first 24 hours of pre-orders for Solo on their site was one of the highest of the year so far, second only to Avengers Infinity War, and we all know how well Avengers Infinity War did. It's excellent. This means it's currently outperforming the record-shattering Black Panther, which at the time was the MCU's highest advanced seller. This might be Kathleen Kennedy's chance to get the lightsaber back, guys. Pay attention. This might be Kathleen Kennedy saying, give me that lightsaber back right now to Kevin Feige. Might be happening. In a Fandango survey that polled 1,000 moviegoers, 85% named Han. 85% of the people were named Han? Oh. That's strange. I've never met a Han in my life. I am an Eve Han. As one of their favorite Star Wars characters, oh, I get it. I read that wrong. And 76% are excited to see Alden Third Ehrenreichs take on the role. Dong lover, Lando Calrissian, is also fueling ticket sales. You bet he is, with 73% of the survey takers expressing enthusiasm for him. Well, he's expressing enthusiasm for all of them, for 100% of them, because he is pansexual, according to John Kasdan, I believe, who is the screenwriter and sexual adventurer. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what impact this has on Solo's opening estimates as the release date draws closer. It's worth pointing out that the film is still a little over a week away from its premiere at Cannes. We know how that went. That didn't go so well. This is nice. It's nice to read like an article from, prehistoric times before people knew how badly this movie was doing. Yesterday, it turns out the Box Office Pro had to scale back its initial estimates of how opening weekend was going to go by 15%. They were hoping for $150 million initially, well short of Black Panther's $202 million. They were hoping for $150 million. Instead, they're praying for $120 million at this point. $120 million. If Ron Howard was able to truly steer the ship back on course and deliver a thrilling and heartfelt Star Wars installment, then SOYLO could go even higher than what some analysts are saying. Right now, it's pegged to earn in excess of $170 million in its first 4 days. I knew it. Here it is in print. Okay, good. Because they're lying now and saying that it was only going to be $150 million. No, it's looking like it's going to be 120 now. But I mean, that might be generous. We don't know. We don't know at this point. We have no idea. It could go lower. It could go way lower. I mean, they could announce that Chewbacca is a furry, and then drive the ticket sales even lower. Families are going to stay home from this in droves. It'll be a nice thing for families to just stay together on Memorial Day and actually talk to one another. Talk to one another about why they are not going to see Solo. Right now, it's pegged to earn $170 million, so rivaling the start posted by Rogue One. Now, Rogue One is the top of a downward slope. It really is. Well, Force Awakens is. Rogue One was at the beginning of the descent, and then, it's been downhill ever since. The first Star Wars anthology, released December of 2016, ended up with a 5. Yeah, everybody went to see The Force Awakens. They went to see The Force Awakens because we thought it was going to be about Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo, and it wasn't, was it? I'm not really. It was basically about how they need to get the hell out of the way so that these new stiffs can take over. There was some good stuff in it, though. There was some good stuff in it, like Han Solo. What else? The part where Han Solo didn't humiliate himself. What else? No, that was it. Solo may not get there due to stiff competition in June, but that sounds like an attainable ceiling for now. All of this has come as a tremendous relief for Lucasfilm, who took a major risk by firing and booting the hell out of Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I almost said... Okay, listen. I suspect that these two men have been murdered. I haven't heard from them. Have you heard from them? Where are their families? What are their families saying? Where are Phil Lord and Chris Miller right now? I suspect they're in a hole somewhere in the desert. I don't know where they are. All right. If you've heard anything, if you know anything, please contact your local police department. I'm sure they have families that are worried about them. As evidenced by Justice League, massive upheavals late in the game can lead to unmitigated disasters. But it looks like Solo is going to turn out just fine. This is like somebody who... baby, what's that the dentists give you to calm you down and make you happy while they're drilling into your skull? It's not tear gas. They don't give you tear gas. Not at my dentist, they don't. You know what I'm talking about? Is it chloroform? It's not chloroform. No, she can't help me. All right. Nitrous oxide?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. This is a dude writing an article on nitrous oxide. It's not funny when I'm wrong.
He said chloroform.
It's... What if your dentist did give you chloroform? I'll bet some dentists do. You think? Or no?
I think they give you chloroform.
Oh, all right. Anyway, she thinks it's funny when I'm wrong. There's very little laughter in this house in that case. Very little. I'm always right. This is nothing new for the Star Wars franchise, as several of the films were plagued by difficulties during development. It'll be nice for everyone to sit back and reflect upon the concerns with bemusement instead of wonder of what could have been. Yeah, this is a guy who wrote an article about Solo, a Star Wars story on nitrous oxide. Everything's fine. Everything's good. This was right before the floor caved in and the world changed for all of the people who were disgraced, shamed, careers obliterated by this movie. Not Chewbacca. Chewbacca will do fine. Don't worry about him. He looks better than ever, actually. They've done a really nice job. Look at that fur. You know what this is? This is the fur of a Wookiee that showers twice daily with Han Solo. We're going to see that scene. I can't wait. Okay, guys, so everything's fine. Well, it was fine on Star Wars Day, Friday, May 4th. Things look a little bit more dire now, but let's just look to the past and remain optimistic. Yeah, Solo, a Star Wars story, according to Chris Agar of Chris Rant, is set to outperform Black Panther, which opened to $202 million. It's going to do better than that. Chris Agar and Screen Rant, they staked their reputation on it. By the way, I am a man who will fight for your honor. I'll go see that. Where's Parks Casino? Looks like they've heard about me. See you guys later. Hey everyone, we want to stop for a minute and say thank you to all of our subscribers, all of the people who like our videos, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone who donates to the Patreon, and thank you to everyone who gives us super chats during our live streams. So from our family to yours, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Ava, you want to say thanks? Not kind of, but you can't find the words? We understand. Thanks, everyone.